Okay, so in exception, what happens is, like, suppose for example we have int I is equal to 10. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
like divide by 0. If we
Yeah.
divide by 0,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
suppose I will put something called j equal to I by 0.
Yeah.
Now it will not throw any error, right? It is not
Mm-hmm.
throwing any
Yeah.
error, but only it is saying that it
Mm-hmm.
is not used. So what we will do is just try to print this. Okay, but what will happen now is we will see an exception. You see here, this is called an exception, arithmetic exception,
Mm-hmm.
divide by 0. Okay, so in
Mm-hmm.
that case what we can do is we have two things. We have to either try catch block we can put, or write a
Mm-hmm.
throw method over here. Okay, throws exception we can write here, but it's better to go for try catch
Mm-hmm.
here because we can give our custom message. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you write like this, exception e, and you write here, suppose you want to print whatever is coming from the stack trace, so you can just print that, get stack trace. You can do, you can write get message, or you can also give the custom message. See, it is showing
Okay.
only divide by 0. But if I print stack trace, it will
Mm-hmm.
give the entire thing. Print stack trace. Okay, it's a void. Okay, generally what we do is we just write a custom message here.
Mm-hmm.
E dot, not e dot, you just write divide by 0 exception.
Okay.
So it will print that. It will not give the exception. Because what is happening here is when you write like this, when you don't write like this, if you
Mm-hmm.
give try catch, if you don't give try catch block, and you just try to run your program. Okay, suppose for
Mm-hmm.
example, and I just simply try to print something else here. ABC.
Mm-hmm.
See, it is not printing, neither it is printing J nor it is printing ABC, right? Because the exception is coming here itself
Mm-hmm.
in this line. So how can you know like whether it's coming in
Okay.
this line? If you come here, right? You see, and if you click here, it will go and
Mm-hmm.
show you this line is coming.
Yeah.
Error, right? You can just click here.
Mm.
I don't know why it's
Yeah.
not coming, but it will. It's this line. So you know how to add lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
Numbers. Just right click, click on show line number.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if it is not showing,
Okay. Okay.
you just right click and
Mm-hmm.
show line number. It will come. Okay, then whenever there is an exception, you know from which line it is coming.
Okay. So once we do it, it's going to get stored, or always we have to do it. show line numbers.
I'm not sure exactly. Generally, it is going to be stored if you
Okay.
are doing in the same Eclipse. But if you are going to
Okay.
get a new one, maybe it will not be there.
Yeah. I just changed it now, so I'm going to see.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So now what will happen here is when I write try catch block, okay, I will
Mm-hmm.
just take this out. Okay, because this is throwing me an exception. Okay, but this line should print for
Mm-hmm.
me. Okay, I don't want that exception to be thrown, or it should not stop my
Yeah.
program, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you see here divide by zero exception, then it is printing ABC. Because sometimes
So how does it know? How does the system know that that's the exception? Like, so it's going to
see what,
check.
yeah, if you
Uh,
put a debug point, you can know that. Like already divide by zero is an exception, means it gives, if we know in
okay.
mathematics it gives infinity, right? So similarly here,
Mm-hmm.
here what happens, they have the Java has done like this. So if this kind of
Mm-hmm.
things are there, then it will throw its own exception.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, you can also debug and check what is happening. I is 10, and if you press F6, it is directly going to the catch block because it's exception here.
Okay.
Okay, and it will print whatever we have, and then whatever is line is there, it will print that.
Okay.
Okay, so this is from exception class. There is another. Okay, so what else can be an exception? We have lot many exceptions from Selenium. Okay, no such
Uh-huh.
element present. Array outer bound exception. Yesterday I have shown you array outer bound exception, right?
Yeah.
Let's take
Mm-hmm.
that example. Suppose I'll call another method public void static void. Okay, suppose I have int. Suppose I have two here. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to give the value for 0, 1, 2. So I'll give 3. So it is 0, 1. I'm giving the value for 2 also if I give. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I give some number. So now what will happen? Obviously the data will not be there because we have not given the size. Right? So it will give us
Mm-hmm.
array out of bound exception. But we need to again call this
Okay.
method over here, right? Because from here only it is running.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just call this method,
Yeah.
and then we will run this. So you'll see this one will come, then ABC will come, then it will throw an exception. You see here, array out of bound exception.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So this also you can surround with the try catch block. It's not mandatory to put a try here because if you know that
Mm-hmm.
where in which line the error is going to come, you can put it here. Okay.
Okay.
Even you can just add this new. array over here also. New array dot
Mm-hmm.
size, you can just, if you want, dot length, you can type a new array, because you can write your custom message. That's what it said. Okay.
So you use this exception handling wherever the user is going to enter any values, any data, or in the real time, or in every program you're going to use it.
Every program we are going to use it. We have to put this try catch block
Oh,
most
okay.
of the places so that we will get the error.
Okay.
Or if you want to print the exception itself, you just throw it. So there is when
Mm-hmm.
you do file handling, we will do that file handling. You will see that how it is throwing it. If you don't, automatically it will throw the exception, whatever is coming. That's the similar to thing the where you don't write a try catch block, and if you want to throw exception. Like in automation,
Okay.
we wanted to throw the exception because we don't want to proceed further if something is blocking in between.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the try catch is the testers they have to put it, or the developers are going to put it?
Both. It depends on your
Both. Okay.
project.
Okay.
Okay. Depends on your project where if they want to use it. Mostly they use it. Everyone uses it.
Okay.
Okay, whether it's because
So it's
automation is also kind
catch
of
and
developed. Yeah,
throw you said.
throws, yes.
Okay.